about Angela Merkel and how her actions is causing more harm than good. You know, I've always said that for the West to defeat China in this ideological warfare, they need to unite. For the West to come out on top in this game of chess between Xi and his gang of totalitarians and the democratic or the team of democracies, the West needs to unite. They need to speak with one voice. Angela Merkel is, when you talk about chess, when you play chess, you are interested in your pawns. When you play chess, you're interested in your king. Chess basically it's a game of warfare. But the warfare you talk about in chess is more of ideas. How do you win when you play chess? You win by wit. You win by ideas. You win by strategies. You win by tactics. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Angela Merkel is a very key stakeholder in the ideological warfare that the West is having with Xi and his gang of totalitarians. So there is a fight already. So if they don't know, they should be aware that there is already a fight. A fight is brewing. A fight is going on. You are having autocrats. You are having totalitarians. They are secretly plotting. They are secretly ganging up. Now, the reason why I say Angela Merkel is a key stakeholder is because when you look at the European Union has Germany and France at the epicenter. Germany is the key guy or the key nation in the European Union. If Angela Merkel says yes, the tendency that Europe will say yes is very high, or the probability that Europe will say yes is very, very high. The challenge I have with Angela Merkel, maybe it has something to do with the fact that she's a woman. Trump had some challenges with Angela Merkel, and those challenges are rational. You are seeing Trump having issues getting Angela to cooperate. See, there's a game plan. Angela is part of that game plan, but she's not cooperating. So I asked a question. Why is Angela reluctant? So I went to do research and I discovered why. This week, you have the US presidential elect complain about Angela. Why is he complaining? Angela just signed a deal with China, a trade deal with China. Angela is supposed to be a team player in the West. Angela signs a lucrative deal with Xi of China and the Communist Party. Biden sends a message that it's a shameful act. Biden sends a message that he's not happy with that deal. The the British intelligence are now waking up to the reality that she poses to America. America is the greatest economy in the world, followed by China. So you are saying America is number one, while China is number two. They've done research in Britain, they've done research in the UK, and studies have been done. They came up with a logical conclusion. What's that logical conclusion? They say in 8 years' time, the pace or the moves China is making, if it is not curtailed, China would overtake America and become number one. That is what the study, that is what the research said. That was the outcome. That was the logical conclusion from the research. So we are thinking that it's expected or it's rational for the West to speak with one voice. You say, okay, we are the West, we are interested in protecting the interests of the West. So when you say you guys are the West, what are you trying to say? You share similar traits. The West shares similar characteristics. The West share similar ideologies. What are those ideologies? Those ideologies gravitate towards the values of democracy. Today, you are having Germany exporting nearly 100 billion euros worth of goods to China. In fact, as far as Angela Merkel is concerned, she is one of her best friends. Germany buys more goods from China than it exported there. So Germany is part of the trading partner of China. It's the same thing with Russia. You are saying you are having a Putin that is interested in harming the West. So if you are having a Putin that is interested in harming the West, how does it make sense to be buying their products? I'm just trying to be rational. In the European Union, they are interested in buying Russian gas. There's a Nord 2 gas pipeline that Putin is trying to link from Russia to European Union countries. As far as Trump is concerned, he's trying to send sanctions to stop it. Because the guy is rational. You have nations that their ideas are clashing with your own ideas, yet you are still interested in partnering and doing business with them. So, as far as I'm concerned, if they don't speak with one voice, you would have totalitarians that take charge of the world in the next 10 or 20 years from now. It's that simple. Because, like I've said before, the strength of a country's economy is linked to their military capacity or capabilities. Make a nation big in terms of economic might. You are indirectly saying their military will be great. Because military of a nation depends on the economy of that nation for their defense budget, their defense spending. So the bigger the economy of China, the more audacious their military spending. That's the point. So you are having the leader of Germany and by extension the stakeholder in the EU tell China, Chi, I love you. Show up. Come and be the driver of the export growth in my country. We're talking about the coronavirus pandemic, yet China is a crucial pillar in the economy of Germany. So maybe she thinks that it's important for her to partner with Xi because she wants economic growth. I've always said this. Why would you partner with an enemy of the West when you know you also have Western allies that can give you the same benefits that you want? What is China giving Angela Merkel? You say, okay, economic growth, economic stability. You have some Western nations, you have nations that are pro-democrats in nature, that have the capacity, if they join forces, they can give Angela Merkel that same growth. Today, Biden is complaining. Today, the Democratic Party in America, they are complaining. Say, why is Angela Merkel having a wide romance with Xi? So, I did research and I discovered that she will continue to sign those deals. She will continue to do those, ink those signatures as regards trade relationship, special relationship with Xi, because she has fears. The leader of every nation wants national prosperity for their nation. The leader of every nation wants economic growth for that nation. So as far as Angela Merkel is concerned, she's seeing China as a partner in progress. So that is why the guys in the West, America, they need to get their acts together and say, okay, we are seeing where your problem is. Angela, we have your cure. We have seen that you are scared. So we are going to make moves to allay your fears. So what that means is that the US allies, when you talk about allies, you're talking about friends. We're talking about pro-democratic forces. So we're going to delve into the field of economics and talk about comparative advantage now. So the US and US allies still sit down. What is it that this guy is giving Angela that is making Angela look the position or the side of China? Don't we have friends that have the comparative advantage in those areas? So they identify the guys that have comparative advantage in those areas and they work with them. Say, Angela, why not deal with Japan? Why not deal with Canada? Why not deal with other US allies? They have the comparative advantage in the things you are going to achieve for. So it's like saying, the reason why Angela is balling with the enemy is because of the economic or financial benefits. So it makes sense for Angela to be encouraged to tag along with friends who have the capacity to meet her requirements. This thing is no rocket science. Look at what the intellectual assault did